Hello everyone, welcome to Believers IAS Academy. In this video, we'll discuss about the Essential Defense Services Bill. So this bill has been introduced in the Parliament, in the Lok Sabha very recently, and it aims to prevent the staff of government-owned ordnance factories from going on a strike. So ordnance factories are those factories which are going to produce the required ammunition, weapons, armors or even armored vehicles and so on for the requirement of various armed forces that is operating in our country. And when these ordnance factories, the workers of these factories go on a strike, it is going to have much repercussions. It is going to affect our armed forces adversely. So since it is going to affect our national security and the sovereignty of our country, this bill holds very importance when it comes to our national security. And we need to know that there are 41 ordnance factories around the world and around our country, and this is headed by the Ordnance Factories Board, and around 70,000 people work with these ordnance factories. So what is Essential Defense Services? So these are those services which are associated with the production of goods or equipments required for defense related purposes like multiple gadgets and as I said, weapons, ammunition, armors, bulletproofs and all these things. And any establishment of the armed forces, it could be training centers, it could be different artilleries or anything, logistics, anything. And services that if seized would affect the safety of the establishment engaged in such activities. So any services that is connected to these activities, which if that ends, it might affect the protection of these armed forces with the weapons or ammunitions or anything. So that will also come under the definition of essential defense services. And this bill is also aiming that the government may declare, this bill is empowering the government to declare any service as an essential services if its cessation would affect the production of defense equipments or goods, operation or maintenance of industrial establishments or units engaged in such production, and repair or maintenance of products connected with defense. So this bill, once it becomes an act, it will empower the government to declare any services under the essential defense service. It will bring under the definition of essential defense service, and it can make the strike or any kind of protest as illegal. So what is the definition of strike? What is strike basically? So strike, we can say that it is different people are going to come together. People are going to come together and they are going to bring a permanent or temporary stop to their work. They are coming together and saying that they are not going to work until their needs are met, or the government is going to take a decision in their best interest. It could be a mass casual leave where they are going to decide that they are not going to show up to the factories, they are not going to come to the work. It could be a coordinated refusal to do the work that has been assigned to them. It could be also the refusal to work overtime. Now, if you have seen the movie Uri, the Surgical Strike, you might have seen that in DRDO, there was an intern who was working with a UAV. And this UAV was going to be used for espionage, right? So just like that, you see him working overtime. So this is just an example. What I'm saying is that, let's say whether an emergency situation arises and a lot of equipments are required and the workforce is required to work in order to create those equipments or gadgets or whatever is required for the armed forces to perform efficiently. And when they are not doing that, they are refusing to work overtime, that will also come under the definition of strike. Any other conduct which results in or are likely to result in disruption of work in essential defense services will also come under the definition of strike. To make this law, to make this bill perform properly, we should be making this as an offense. We should be making this activity, this strike, illegal and also punishable. So they are introducing also punishments. and they are making this, the government is making these offences punishable as cognizable and non-bailable. That all offences will be punishable and they will be cognizable and non-bailable. So you are not going to get a bail, and also it is a cognizable. So what is cognizable? It is heinous crime like murder, rape, dowry death, theft. All this will come under cognizable offence. This only in cognizable offence you can file an FIR. Okay, and in a cognizable offence, a police officer will be able to arrest you without a warrant. A warrant is not required for you to be arrested if you have committed a cognizable offense. Like as I've said, heinous crimes like murder, rape, and all of these things. So they are going to make this offense a cognizable offense. And what happens to non-cognizable offense? Like non-cognizable offense like defamation are not actually, in those cases you cannot be arrested. For being arrested, you will have to have the police will have to have a proper warrant. And also, it doesn't mean that when you are arrested in a cognizable offense, it doesn't mean that the police can keep you under detention for a very long time. Within 24 hours, this detention should be actually given. It should be ratified by the judicial magistrate. Okay. So what are the punishments that has been proposed under this bill? First, illegal lockouts and layoffs are going to be punished with up to 1 year imprisonment or rupees 10,000 fine, or both. The strike is going to be punished with those persons who are commencing or participating in illegal strikes. Same thing, 1 year imprisonment or rupees 10,000, or both. And those persons who are instigating, inciting, or taking actions to continue illegal strikes, even after proper warning, they're continuing illegal strikes or supplying money for such purposes. They are endorsing these people, they are supporting them in order to continue the illegal strike, and they are also giving them money. The punishment will be up to 2 years, and also imprisonment, up to 2 years of imprisonment, and also a fine of rupees 15,000, or both. So this is the punishment that has been mentioned in the bill. So one doubt which might come in everyone's mind is that, doesn't we have a right to strike? Isn't it a fundamental right? Isn't it mentioned under the Article 19, freedom to right to freedom of expression and speech? So we need to know that right to strike is not explicitly recognized in the Constitution of India. It's not a constitutional right. It's not a fundamental right. So what people think is that many people think is that Article 19 Clause 1 includes right to strike. But Article 19 Clause 1 is giving you right to speech and freedom. It's giving you the right to assemble peacefully, right? This is not strike. You can assemble peacefully, you can form associations, you can form unions, everything you can do. You can travel around the country, you can practice any kind of profession, everything is included in that. But right to strike is actually a statutory right. It is mentioned under the Industrial Disputes Act of 1947, and it was in Kameshwar Prasad versus the state of Bihar 1958 that the Supreme Court stated that right to strike is not a fundamental right, and also that the government employees have no legal or moral rights to go on for strikes. So what is Ordnance Factory Board? So we have said that there are 41 ordnance factories in the country, and these 41 ordnance factories, this board is the umbrella body for the ordnance factories. This is the body that's administering the work of all these 41 ordnance factories, which are going to produce all the required ammunition, weapons, gadgets, and all those things that are required for our armed forces. So apart from this, Ordnance Factory Board is also dealing with 9 training institutes. They have 3 regional marketing centers and 4 regional controllers of safety under them. So that's all about it. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also visit our social media website and join our Telegram channel for accessing our free materials, quizzes, infographics, and much more. You can visit our website and contact us for any kind of UPSC's civil services exam related guidance. Thanks for watching the video.